Hey, what's up everyone? This is DCSG 81 and today we'll take a look at this. Oops, sorry, let me turn off the stealth mode. There you go. This is the Marvel 80 years anniversary, the big time Spider-Man. Okay, so this is the first time I saw this, and it's actually having the Marvel 80 years anniversary logo here, as well as I seen some of the website. They actually claim that this is a fan channel exclusive, so it's not a Walmart exclusive. This is the first time I heard the fan channels exclusive. So it doesn't comes with any BAF. It looks like it's a standalone by itself. But before that, let's take a look at the box. Okay, so it's very nice. I really like this kind of greens. They actually put everything in green except for the Legend series logo, and they even have it green, and it's very nice. And at the side here you can really see the Spider-Man. I believe this is the 3D model of it. It's not from the figure. It looks very nice, glowing in green. Of course, at this side is the same, and at the back of the box you can see the post with all the kind of reminds me of the mysterious kind of feelings. Okay, and they have some readings here, which I believe is a cut and paste kind of statement. I believe I read it somewhere exactly the same one. I forgot which Spider-Man is that, so they don't really tell the story about this Spider-Man. So I actually look it up on the web that you can see right now. So this is something like a stealth suit that Peter Parker made, which is why I am having just now the introduction. Make it like a stealth. So I'm not so sure, but I really like the design of it, and I'm not sure whether it actually grows in the dark, which I believe not. But if it does, then it will be very cool. So let's open it up. Okay, so this is the figure right out of the box, and let's take a closer look. Okay, so this Spider-Man, he just kind of remind me of the black symbiote Spider-Man which I have. I think, not sure whether it's the same body mold. Later maybe we can do some quick comparisons, but let's take a look at it. Okay, so it's very nice in a way that I actually like is the paint, which they actually painted using a kind of green, which kind of looks it looks like it actually grows when the light shines on it. You can see it's very nice, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't grow in the dark. You can see now it doesn't. Okay, yeah, but it looks very cool when you are taking picture under the lightings. It looks like it actually grows the green. Yep. So other than that, it's pretty standard because it's a all black figure, so you can't see any kind of shadings or any sort like that. But I'm pretty amazed that they actually painted the green pretty well. And of course there are some paint scrub here and there, especially on the legs here that you can see. Like always when I talk about buying a Marvel Legend, you really need to, you know, choose the box by yourself, because there are 3 boxes from where I got it from, and the other 2 have some black scrub off the mask, which of course I rejected, and then I choose the best one. But this also does have its own minor flaw, but it's the best one compared to the other one. Another box which I think they are having some paint scrub over at the middle is quite obvious, which is why I end up choosing this one. So yep, so you really gotta choose it. And look at the back, it's so cool, the spider logo. And I'm not sure if I did mention or I didn't, there is a hole behind that, kind of like, you know, the Figma, they have a hole on area of their figure, so that when you pose it standing or anything, you can just put the stand into it. You don't have to use the clip, which looks very ugly when you take the pictures. So let's take a look at the articulations. Okay, so for the articulation, I believe there is nothing new here. You can actually move the head pretty much up and down a lot. Okay, it goes very far up and very far down, no problem with that. It's a butterfly joints. Okay, and they actually painted the lines even into the butterfly joint that you can see actually looks seamless, very cool. And of course there's an arm swivel, the double joint elbow, and the hands is movable as well, and the standard abs crunch for the Marvel Legends, and you can turn around, so the legs are pretty much maximum up here. I think, yeah, I can't go any further. There's a leg, the tight swivels, okay, double joint knee, and there's a leg movement on like a something like a hinge, you know, just not a ball joint, okay. And there's no toe hinge, okay. This is pretty standard amongst all the Spider-Man, I believe. Yep, so that's it. So let's take a look at the accessories. Okay, so for the accessory, we can see that he comes with 3 pairs of hands, a pair of fist hands, okay, a pair of web shooting hands, and also a pair of wall crawling hands, okay. So what's special about it is that on the palm, they have the something like a circle, which is very beautifully drawn. Somehow I just feel that I just love this green so much. Okay, and you can see even for the closed fist hand, they are having it as well. They are not lazy, they paint on every single hands. Okay, and it also comes with a web that is for the I believe is for the swinging pose, but there isn't any hands for him to hold on to it, and the fist hand is a closed one. Okay, so you don't have any holes for him. Maybe he's supposed to tie on his wrist, I'm not so sure. Something like this. Okay, let's try it on the figure. I'm not so sure because I don't really know this Spider-Man well. But what I do know is I believe there is another issue. This is something like a reissue or repaint or version 2.0. I'm not so sure, but I'm quite sure there is one of the similar Spider-Man that has been released. That was released, I think, quite a few years ago, because I always see that on the Shadimus Prime review that he makes fun of the Spider-Man. That Spider-Man is slightly different because he have the green glowing, which I actually find that pretty cool. But I also get to know that Spider-Man is like one of the worst Spider-Man, which I'm not sure why. Yeah, so I need to watch some review about that old Spider-Man. But the green paint here looks pretty cool actually. So this one doesn't have it, but the green that they use is quite clean and nice, and looks like it's glowing from the lights here, you can see. Okay, so that's all for the accessories actually. Okay, so as for the size comparison, I will compare him with all the Spider-Man which I have. Of course, we will start with the Marvel Legends. So we have the Black Symbiotes Spider-Man, which I mentioned earlier, and you can see they are pretty much the same mold, just a different paint. Okay, and even the height is the same. And next we have the Marvel Legends Far From Home Spider-Man, which I actually repainted. You can actually check out my link here. And right up next, we have the Spider-Man from s.h.figuarts. This is from the Far From Home Spider-Man, the upgraded suit. And we also have the Homecoming Spider-Man, which is the homemade suit. And right up next, we have the Mayfax Iron Spider from the Avengers Infinity War or the Avengers Endgame, with the maniple Tom Holland Hiscops. And then we have the Mayfax as well, which is for the Amazing Spider-Man, the comic version, which actually scale pretty well with the Marvel Legends. And lastly, we have the Revoltech Yamaguchi Spider-Man, which I believe is my biggest of all, but yet it still looks quite small compared to these Marvel Legends. Okay, so my final verdict for this guy here is I pretty much like the suit, especially the green paint. I'm not sure about you guys. If you are not into this green, maybe this is a very simple figure for you. To me, currently I'm just trying to build up my Spider-Man, different kind of Spider-Mans, because I never have the intention to build up Spider-Verse or anything like that. But since all along I've been getting Spider-Man, now I look at it like different type of Spider-Man. It kind of feels like I'm building my Iron Man army. So which is why when I saw this, I think this is a very good variance of the Spider-Man, which is why I bought it. And I also kind of like the feeling like it's glow in dark feelings. So I'm giving it probably 8 out of 10. Yeah, because I think it's pretty hard for me to give a 10 out of 10 for Marvel Legends. Somehow there's always something missing, or there's always a paint scrubs, or the accessories are always quite limited. Although it is currently improving, especially with their unmasked head. Yeah, probably the next time they give an unmasked head of a good Peter Parker, then I'll give you a 10 out of 10. Yeah. So do I recommend it? I think yes, if you are into Spider-Man's different kind of Spider-Man's collection like myself, so I would definitely recommending it. Yep. So that's all for my simple review for this guy here. It looks pretty cool. If you guys are disappointed over the previous release, I think you should try to get this one. I think it looks very good, although it doesn't grow in the dark. Okay, so I hope you like my review. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and also drop me a comments if you have any further question about it, and of course subscribe to my channel if you like my content so far. Until then, I'll speak to you real soon. Bye.